Halo Infinite's biggest and most grandest reveal is just days away with campaign gameplay and lots of details to know. I thought it would be helpful to recap what you need to know about the event and things regarding about dates, where and when to watch the event, and some things that you can expect from the show. And at the very end of this video, I have some predictions from you guys. Before we get started, guys, if you enjoy my content, then be sure to smash that like button blue, as every like helps a lot boost this video up the YouTube algorithm. Thanks so much. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This video is supported by Audible. Snag yourself a free Halo audiobook right down in the description below. So let's not do any speculation right now. Let's save that for the end of the video. Let's talk about the absolute affirmatives. What is going to be at this event? Well, regarding Halo at this Xbox Showcase event, it is going to be there because on Halo Waypoint in early July, they posted the first look at Halo Infinite's campaign is coming on July 23rd. In addition, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, also confirmed this a little bit after that as well. But on July 16th, this is when we got the juicy confirmation for reals on Xbox.com. It was in the very first paragraph. They said the event's lineup of premieres and looks at games would include our first ever look at campaign gameplay from Halo Infinite. There's no speculation here or theories. It has been confirmed by Xbox on their official site themselves that campaign gameplay is something you can expect, probably some kind of demo at this event. So let's talk a bit about the Xbox Game Showcase, how it ties in with Halo, and then we'll get into how you can watch this event, where and when. Xbox marketing boss Aaron Greenberg said some great news. They said, "This show has one focus: games. No business, devices, or similar news. Just games. A whole show about an hour long focused on games." This is really great news for Halo Infinite, and while we have no idea how long Halo's segment will be within this hour, I think I can make a pretty solid prediction here for you guys. Most Halo E3 showcases are about 10 minutes long within a 2-hour show. That would mean that within this time span, we have either from 5 to 10 minutes for Halo probably, but this includes talking about the game, minor announcements, a warm-up, and so on. And considering that there is a roster of a bunch of other games that need airtime within this 1 hour, it seems like Halo Infinite taking up anything more than 5 or 10 minutes seems a little bit absurd. But here's what I think. Halo is a massive flagship title for the Xbox Series X. It's easily a really great exclusive and has tons of potential and 5 years of development behind it. And its reveal has to really count to the masses. And I keep saying this, it's really important that this reveal goes well because it's basically the replacement for the canceled E3 event this year, but also the massive advertisement for the Xbox Series X. So yeah, I think Halo Infinite taking up maybe anywhere from 8 to 13 to even maybe 15 minutes isn't that crazy to think. So where should you start watching this event at? Well, there's quite a few ways. I'll leave the links down below and also the times, but they include Twitch, Facebook, and even Twitter, but I recommend youtube.com/Xbox. Also, be sure to keep an eye on Halo's official YouTube account as well. Link for that down in the description, because I am sure that there will be a standalone video of the trailer or demo or gameplay or whatever is premiered at the Xbox Game Showcase that will be re-uploaded there immediately during the event or after the event when it is showcased. If you got work or are busy in general, I got you covered. Just hit that subscribe button in notifications, and as I have been for 9 years, I'll be on top of the Halo news, re-uploading, pushing out the news, side announcements, concept art, and anything other Halo Infinite related will be going up on this channel, HaloFollower. So we know where to watch it now. When should we watch the event? When should we get on? Well, obviously it is taking place on July 23rd, Thursday, and the pre-show is actually the first segment of the total 2-hour show. So the first part of the show is going to be 1 hour long. It's the pre-show, and that starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time, or 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Central, or 11 a.m. Eastern. However, that's just the pre-show, which will be more community focused, lighter reveals, not bigger stuff, but more like predictions from community members, insights, and probably just like some interviews about different games, and maybe even some warm up to Halo news. However, the juicy Xbox, the stuff that you cannot miss, will start at 9 a.m. Pacific time. All right, mark down on your calendar 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, or 12 p.m. Eastern. The event being only 1 hour long certainly seems that it's going to be pretty short, but at least we know it's going to be packed full of information, and there there will be, of course, fallout of news, as there always is. It won't be like looking the same and feeling the same as before, like, with interviews in person and things like that. We don't know when Halo is going to be slotted in, but it's usually in the very beginning or the very end. It's really not that often in the middle. It can be sometimes, but that's why I'm saying you should probably just watch the whole show. And there's certainly really cool games and other things that are going to be there that are really interesting about the Xbox Series X, will sort of indirectly be related to Halo Infinite, but also they're just cool games in general that you should pay attention to if you fancy them. But if you can't make it to the event, again, don't worry, I'll be re-uploading any major trailers and be covering them here on HaloFollower, recapping any major theories, discoveries, or reveals in them, like Easter eggs and things like that. However, if you can, I would still tune in to the pre-show, because there might be some little segments where they kind of talk about the game, might show a Halo Infinite trailer, just kind of talk about it and get you warmed up, and that's sort of the fun of just kind of watching the entire event, and it's just going to be a blast. So a few of you guys had predictions about the Xbox Game Showcase, which I love, but also, how will HaloFollower be broadcasting the stream, if it will be, and how will I be handling spoilers on videos moving forward? Well, to answer the first question, as far as streaming goes, I'm not that experienced on streaming. I've done it before, but I'd rather be able to record the stream. As soon as the reveal ends, I could just jump right into my video editing software and pump out a video for you guys. But I will probably still be making a face reaction video to the big reveal of Halo Infinite gameplay, because honestly, people love those, and I want to see how stupid I look. Maybe if I don't look too stupid, I might post it here on the channel. So regarding spoilers on this channel, I will be aware and cautious, and you guys have liked what I've done in the recent past as well. However, things like character deaths, endings, or really major events, in my opinion, are spoilers, but anything that's like really official right now, I don't think is going to be spoilers, because this reveal is going to be something that they want millions of gamers to see. Obviously, they're not going to put anything that would spoil the game. As before, I will tag the video title, description, be very careful, mention it in the video so you'll have a good warning. But if you want to go dark, as they call it, not know anything about the game before you play it, right now is probably your departing time, because honestly, the hammer of news is about to come down upon all of us in the internet. Get to y'all's comments recently posted here on HaloFollower, and also some predictions about the event. Colin, going first, says, I see what 343's goals are. Halo Combat Evolved was intended to be like this in Bungie's early production. He's talking about the recent news with Halo Infinite's kind of level design being maybe teased through a 343 level designer's project for Halo Infinite. But he continues, when they were bought by Microsoft, they had to cut out the open world in half of the campaign to be able to complete the game in time for Xbox's launch. If they successfully complete this game, this could possibly be a great entry in the series. So this is something so super relevant that I haven't talked about much, but it's still so important. It's that how long Halo Infinite's been in development means that potentially its full vision has been executed, because they have had enough time. That's why some of the best games were in development for 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 years and so on. There are really wonderful games out there that need a lot of time to execute their vision properly, and Halo 1, 2, and 3 had to cut a bunch of different things. But with Halo Infinite being in development for so long, I wonder if there are some really awesome things that have had time to process, to be polished, to really come out in a really epic, awesome way. And I think we're probably going to see that. So that's why I love Colin's comment. It's something that I haven't brought up much, if at all. But also he brought up the open world aspect with the original Halo announcement in Macworld, I think back in 1999 or 2000 or whatever. It was a long time ago, before Halo 1 launched. But yeah, it's essentially what we just saw at that level designer's little demo thing, where you're roaming an open world and there's vantage points and there's also focus points or places or persons of interest. I think I said persons, but places of interest where there are just many different approaches you can take, whether it's in a hog or sniping or stealth and things like that. But moving on to another comment, a bearded guy says, imagine at the end they're like, okay guys, the multiplayer beta is now available for download on the Xbox Store. That will be so nuts. So this is actually a prediction I've made quite a lot, that this is a possibility that they just drop the beta on us on, just July 23rd, in just a few days here. All right, here it is. And it might be overwhelming because we haven't really been exposed to gameplay at all, and it would be quite a ballsy move. And I would probably say there's like a 30 to 50% chance of this happening, maybe even higher. But I think personally, there's a chance of it not happening quite a lot. But it would be shocking to say the least, right? So Antonio MP says, what if in Halo Infinite you can play as a brute in the multiplayer like you can play as an elite in Halo 2, 3, and Reach? I like this idea, and it's something that, like the Banished, the fact that the Banished are coming into the game is possible because, the elites have always been a big part of Halo. Although, they were only playable in a couple of Halo games, they were really relevant in those games. But if the Banished kind of become really, really like the biggest enemy in Halo Infinite, I wonder if that will carry over into perhaps the multiplayer. That'd be pretty neat. Lonely Wolf says, what about the Flood? I mean, it's something most of us are hyped to see. So what Lonely Wolf is probably talking about here is all the expectations that we have for this event. Why have I not mentioned the Flood? Why do you think, Ron, why are we not getting the Flood during this campaign trailer? I think because it needs to be grounded, and the Flood are a little bit intense, and I would say almost a spoiler for the story at this point. I think the Flood should probably stay mysterious. I don't know if they should be at the forefront of everything. There is a lot of things going on, and it's just not necessary right now. With the grand reveal of gameplay, there is a lot to show off, and I feel like the Flood would complicate that right now, and I'm sure 343 knows that. If they do show off the Flood in marketing, it will be a few months down the road, and certainly not right now during the grand reveal that millions of people will see, that perhaps more than any at any time for the rest of the year. This is the big thing, right? At least that's how it would work during E3. Maybe things might be different this year because there's no live events anymore. But anyway, Geek of Nature says, actual level designer, this work is my own, and it is no way representative of any title that is currently in development. Halo community, but it's definitely a Halo Infinite prototype. I'm pretty shocked that he didn't put HaloFollower there. But if you actually watch the video, you'll understand that gameplay, that demo might have a couple things to do with Halo Infinite. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button blue if you haven't already, as every like really helps out my content. And also, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been meaning to make a big thank you video soon, so I'm probably going to work on that. But thank you so much for watching and just watching the content. It's been a wild ride. I can't believe after 5 years of doing coverage and theories about this game, we're finally going to kind of get a little bit of an understanding as to what we've been so hyped for this whole time. But be sure to subscribe too if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you are alerted as soon as a new video goes up. All the information you need for the event, for the Xbox Game Showcase, is down in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next video soon. All right, you take care. Peace.